How you doing?
No. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm pouring in more water here. Hold on.
Are you thirsty this
I don't
morning?
want to spill it. Kinda. That's a good thing though to drink
A
water.
little bit. Well, I'm still on the coffee. It's still
I still have the coffee and
8
I'm
o'clock
having
in the
water.
morning as we're doing this. It's being recorded. If you're watching later, well, that's what we do in the morning. We drink coffee
Oh, it
and talk about
overflowed.
food.
Oh, hold on.
All right.
It had more in than I had room for. Okay.
So
That's actually really good. Good morning, Perrin.
Hey, Perrin, how are you? This morning it's going to be just a little different. We got going to have a guest. He's going to be joining us here in a couple of minutes or so. Matt Corey with Outer Banks Oil Company and
Outer Banks Aviation.
The guy that has spearheaded this effort called Operation Airdrop from the Outer Banks to Western Carolina. He's going to join us to talk about how this all came to be.
He is the brainchild behind it.
Yeah, and how it's going. So we'll have him this morning. So hang on for that.
And I will tell you, you guys have outdone yourself.
That is no lie. Amazing.
I mean, it's
turnout.
it's mind-blowing.
It is.
How much stuff has been dropped off at our radio station that we have taken to...
And no sooner than we load up a truck and take it to Outer Banks Aviation, to the hangar there at the Dare County Regional Airport. Did we get back and the room's filled up again?
Yes, it's crazy.
It's just amazing. So it's been a great outpouring of support, not just here at our radio station, but in all the other locations. Outer Banks Oil Company, they have their locations, and they've experienced the same thing.
They told me that they had like 50 boxes from a local lumber do-it-yourself place thing, the big one that's orange. 50, I'll say it, Home Depot put together 50 boxes and brought them over to them.
Oh, that's so cool.
I mean, it's
really
wow.
Really cool.
It's really, I mean, I can't describe it other than wow. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Kristen.
Mike.
You know what day it is? Hump day. Let me go check and see.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye.
I'm gonna be beeping and bopping in and out of here from a couple times.
That's cool. So what's going on, Kristen? How are you doing this morning? And okay, good. Sounds like a good day. Very cool. Perrin, how are you? And Lori, how are you doing? Kristen says I'm good, Beal. Kristen says she's doing good. Very good. All right.
We're live on Facebook, by the way.
Yep. Cameras are rolling. If you'll just have a seat beside Cindy there, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Corey is coming in.
Hello.
And here he is.
Behind this big adventure. All right, make sure he's
Man.
we're talking to this. That's how they hear us.
All right.
How you doing?
A little tired.
I don't think I've met you, man. Let's just say a big hello.
Nice to
All right.
meet you, man.
We met
Definitely.
him yesterday. We go way back.
That's right. All about 12 hours.
Yeah.
What a cool thing that you've initiated and begun to execute.
Wow. I'm a small piece of it. It's the community. That's
Yeah. Just, can you hear? Can everybody hear? Can everybody hear? Okay.
I guess we can hear him.
Making sure. All right.
Yeah.
We got a few minutes to talk. We're going to do a live break here on the radio show. Right now, we're on our Facebook live stream. That's what we're doing right now. And we do this every morning. There's a lot of folks from all over up and down the East Coast that are watching and listening, including North Carolina as well.
Yeah, I love it.
And they are tuned into what you've been doing. How did this come up? I know the storm started all of this.
Yeah, I mean, a couple years ago after the hurricane down in Fort Myers, actually.
Yeah.
I remember seeing something on Facebook through this group called Operation Airdrop.
Yeah.
And basically what they do is they mobilize private pilots and anyone that has, planes and pilots to get supplies into these areas. So when that one happened, I was like, well, shoot, man, I know it's not North Carolina, but we can help people.
Absolutely.
So we did basically the same thing. It was just on a much smaller scale.
Right.
We turned the Boyle Company shops into donation sites, and we did one run down to Fort Myers, and that was kind of my first, I guess, experience with it. And when we got to Fort Myers, we couldn't land in Fort Myers, so we landed in Sarasota, and I had a store in St. Pete at the time, one of my Boyle shops. So then we drove the stuff down to Fort Myers, and seeing the devastation there was brutal. I mean, we went actually down deeper into kind of ground zero and shoveled some things. And there was a local buddy of mine, Ryan Diegelman, who had some family down there, and we helped out. And that's kind of, I guess, the genesis for Operation Airdrop. And I was actually in Costa Rica 2 days ago, and I saw all this stuff happening, and I was like, we got to help somehow.
It was so much more visual. I think would be it hit the mountains.
Yeah.
And that causes floods. And they had 30 inches of rain in some areas there in less than 24 hours.
It was devastating to see.
And the videos coming out. I think everybody by Saturday afternoon, everybody's heads were spinning. And by Saturday evening, they were like, what can we do?
Right.
I think there was a point of frustration with a lot of people that are watching and listening to the radio and this. They felt like they couldn't do anything.
Right.
So it's like, well, and we were thinking the same thing, I got on the phone with some of the management here at the radio station. I said, man, you put your feelers out, find out what's going on in the community. First thing that you hear of anybody mobilizing anything, we want to get behind it. And this is what we do every day on the radio. We get the word out.
That's it.
That's what we do.
And you do an amazing job.
You fly planes and operate Boyle companies, so a wild combo. Sounds like a lot of fun. But but we like using our power for good too, and I know you do too. So we can't say thank you enough.
Oh, look,
I don't think the community can say thank you enough.
We're just a small part, in North Carolina. Like we know storms.
Right.
Those folks out there. I don't think they're very prepared. And it's awful that it's something like this that kind of brings people together. But there's so much beauty in it too, and the folks that we got to see yesterday in Rutherford, we weren't able to get into Asheville. They closed the ramp down because there was so much military activity and so many people there. So we kind of detoured in and went to Rutherford, which needed the supplies, and they were so happy to have them there. There was a lot of volunteers there from Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the faces of the folks that were from Rutherford, though, you could tell were just tired and
shell-shocked, tired,
it's
stunned.
almost like just it's tough to put into words, but my goodness, they were grateful too, which was awesome. And there's Army helicopters there that were taking off, so there's a lot of activity, but a lot of good happening too in the midst of it all.
Cindy and I do a segment every morning called the Good News Story of the Day, and a lot of them's lighthearted things, but every now and again we notice it's even when something terribly bad happens, the good news will bubble to the top, and this is part of it. I think you're right. Sometimes situations bring us together. They bring us together as as a country. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You're exactly right. And this community's always been this way.
Yes, no doubt.
And
that's why it was so easy.
I know it is.
It is. Out and the way everyone jumped in, my goodness.
I almost.
Example,
yeah.
I took this yesterday.
Yeah.
And this was after 400 pounds had already gone off on the first plane.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And this is, when you walked in the door, did you see the piles?
Oh yeah. And I was just at the Kitty Hawk shop with my mom.
Right.
And it's full. We're supposed to open. We're closed.
I know.
Tuesdays.
Right.
We're supposed to open today, and we're trying to get even more.
Wow.
And then I just called, my buddy Pac at Pac's Art. And I was like,
yeah,
hey dude, are you anywhere nearby? Can you help my mom real quick?
Exactly.
And he's like, yeah, I got you.
I have no problem.
So
yeah, and
people are just so quick.
Yeah.
So.
And speaking of your mom, my gosh, I'm on a text loop with all of you folks, from the very beginning, and she's just been wonderful helping to keep all this straight for you while you've been doing a lot of stuff too.
Look, and for me being away, it was my first vacation in a long time.
So you were on vacation. Oh,
yeah, it was a bit of a trip, but I cut it short a little bit, and look, it's all for the greater good, and mom has done everything.
All right, we're gonna scoot into the live break part of this. You guys are watching. Hang tight, a little bit closer, and we'll be right back doing what we're doing here in just a second.
Awesome.
All right, hang on just a second here.
Oh, I don't know either. We'll have to.
All right, everybody, mic's up. Your station for the killer hits, 102.5, the Shark, Cool of the Gang, and Ladies Night. It is 8:10, 10 after 8. It's Bill and Cindy in the morning, killer hits all day. And a beautiful day to just do something today, I think.
Absolutely. Your weather brought to you by Noosa Scoops, smoothies, ice cream, coffee, and more. They're on the bypass and KDH. Noosa Scoops. They want to be a regular stop in your daily routine, so stop by there and do that. Noosa Scoops, the official coffee. Of, hold on. 102.5 The Shark.
It's a sound effect endorsement.
It is. Definitely. Oink. For the oink and oyster, too. Partly sunny, breezy today, high 75 along the coast, closer to 80 inland, partly cloudy tonight, down to 64. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and 74 along the coast and 80 inland.
All right, we got 66 right now in Plymouth, 68 in Coin Jack, 71 and Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark. Special guest in the studio this morning, kind of the man of the hour, I think, is what we can call him right now. This is the person who's put together our community's support for Western Carolina through something called Operation Airdrop. You might know him. You might know him well. Matt Corey, he's with us. He's with Outer Banks Spoil Company.
Good morning.
And OBX Aviation, too.
Yeah.
So you fly and you do boils. I mean, it's just really kind of a cool combination. But Matt was on vacation in Costa Rica.
Yep.
Last weekend when the storm hit North Carolina and Florida, Georgia, South Carolina too.
All over.
Yeah. And he was trying to think of what are we going to do?
Right.
And there it is. Pick it up from there. Tell everybody what's happening.
Yeah. We having experienced, done some work with Operation Airdrop in the past, I knew they were going to be a great resource, and started tuning in to how they were mobilizing, and from Costa Rica, I was able to at least kind of start to get the word out.
Yeah.
And then it exploded. I mean, and you guys and the whole community, I'm a really, really small part of this, but it speaks to the greater impact of the community that we have here in the Outer Banks, and just how people want to help. So,
everybody's willing to do something.
Yes.
And sometimes you have to give them a channel to do it. You have the idea. Let's do this airdrop thing here.
Yes.
You've got the ability to do it. You got some resources. You've got a plane.
Yeah.
You can fly. I mean, it's just one of those things that kind of all comes together. So you can help that. What we do on radio is we get the word out about stuff, and we serve the community too.
Right.
It's part of what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
And we're so happy to do it. And it all comes together.
It certainly
makes
does.
a good story out of something bad.
Well, I think, where we live here in the Outer Banks, we're so fortunate to be in this place and to be surrounded by so much love in this community. And when things do go sideways, if it's a storm here or whatever the case may be, people come together.
Right.
And just for our fellow North Carolinians, this was something that, folks have a lot of ties to the area.
Right.
I'd actually never been out to Asheville ever.
Oh, really?
Yesterday was my first trip further than Charlotte. But I know so many people love that area, and there's so much beauty out there and so many good people. And it was good to get out there and do a little bit.
So airdrop is this. I mean, you're flying supplies that are needed to Western Carolina, staging area, Concord and Asheville.
Correct. Yep.
To two different airports, and they're organizing it very well there.
Absolutely.
And you're helping get this stuff from here to there. Now, we've collected an awful lot of stuff. I mean, the response has been overwhelming. So I got to ask you, where are we in this point with put the brakes on, taking the donations for a little while? What's in your mind?
Yeah. I think as far as the donations go, we are inundated in the best way.
Okay.
Right. So I think financially, donations directly to, the areas out there. There's a lot of great GoFundMe's, and, do your homework, do your vetting.
Sure.
I know the Outer Banks Community Foundation of Western North Carolina, a partner of, our Outer Banks Community Foundation. And then our Epic Project, which is the charitable arm of the Boyle Company, we're accepting donations for pilot gas.
Okay. So if you decided to give to them, you're putting gas in the tank there, in the plane.
Yep. And we did our first flight yesterday, myself and my pilot, Chris Taylor. He's based out of Virginia, Navy guy, amazing pilot.
Was that you two in the plane?
Yep.
Okay.
That was us two yesterday. And, we flew to Stanley County Airport because Concord was so backed up with so much traffic, which is, an amazing thing.
It is.
But we landed at Stanley, we got some gas, and then we were directed to Rutherford County where we dropped off supplies. And look, while we were there was probably 7, 8, 9 more planes that were landing behind us. So, and they had, it was amazing. They had a box truck at the hangar, and then all of these volunteers from Habitat were just basically this chain, and it was incredible to see. I mean, like, I'm getting goosebumps, thinking about it.
It's crazy.
But just the planes kept coming. There was 2 Army helos there that were doing operations as well. And I know today's a little bit different because there's a TFR out in Asheville. I believe the president's going out there
to
do some stuff. So the Concord staging area is still open. From here, I'm going down to the hangar. We're going to load up another plane that I'll fly, just on to get out there and unload and volunteer for the day. We have quite a few planes going out of Currituck today as well.
Awesome.
There's at least another plane, one more plane going out of Dare County, another going out tomorrow. I mean, we've got quite a few. So, and then that OBX Jeepers and I mean,
everybody's pulling together. It's so cool.
So all the folks, even if we can't fly the stuff, all of these donations, all of these supplies are going to get west. People have volunteered their trucks, their trailers, their time. It's really tough to just kind of really articulate how proud I am of everyone here on this beach. It's so special.
It's the Outer Banks way, man.
It sure is.
It really is, no doubt about
Absolutely.
it. Matt, thank you for doing this.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you for taking the time. I know you're tired. You got to be for coming in
Sleeps later.
And just putting a face with all of this for everybody. And we appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Stick around. We got Today in Music on the way within 10 minutes and more killer hits on the way. All right, so we're off the air.
Yeah,
cool.
And
we're still on Facebook.
All right,
we're still on Facebook. So what's Cindy's going? If you've got a time, we got a couple more interviews we'd like to squeeze in with other morning shows that are here in the building. So I'm just telling them what to do.
Do you guys have any coffee?
Yes. Yep. We'll take care of you, man.
Awesome. You guys are so great.
Comments are great. They say thank you.
Oh, look. Thank you, everybody. Yep. Thank you. We love you.
All right. Thanks, guys. What a great guy. I mean, that's just amazing. You think you can do something and you just, you get out of it what you put into it. And that's what's going on. I would say, Gary, I would agree. God bless this guy. And God bless everybody that is trying to help. I think it's so cool. So cool. Hey, Beth, catching up with some of the comments here while we were talking with Matt Corey. Just amazing. Just amazing. That's so cool. That's right, Gina. Yep. I would agree wholeheartedly. Yeah. We should be proud of our community doing that. Kristen, I agree with you there too. No doubt about it. So Matt's off to do a couple more interviews. He's probably going to be hanging out with Ray and Jill and maybe Brian Summers and Jim Meyer over at the OBX. So be listening for that. And did you hear what he said? He says that we're good on donations now for a while. I'm sure if things change, he will let us know and we could open our doors back up. But for right now, Matt is asking that if you want to do something, he would suggest monetary, and there's 2 links to the 2 charities or nonprofits that he was talking about. We've got those up on our website. You can get that information there. I think we don't have. Okay, they'll be up on our website.
Yep.
And we can put them on Facebook too, so you can, have those as choices. But he said, search it out yourself, search your heart, and it's your money.
You might know somebody out there that somebody that has started a GoFundMe page for.
Right.
All right, Perrin, you said, have you talked to Julie? Is she okay? Who is Julie? Who are you talking to? There was a lot of coffee grounds in the coffee, by the way.
Oh no.
And there was only this much left. And then you know how the lid falls off? Well, he poured it and the lid fell off.
Well, welcome to our humble abode.
So
very funny. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Good luck getting coffee. Try it in our morning mug. Oh Lord, have mercy.
Good morning, Wendy. How are you
good morning.
doing?
Yeah, good morning to everybody that I've missed right here, just because I've been doing what I've been doing. We have coffee. Actually, it was the last of the coffee.
There's John's over on my side of the room today.
Well, that's because I've had John and Stan and Matt.
That's right. You had a lot of guests on your side. Okay.
I could so say something. My laugh is contagious. Oh, Lord have mercy.
It is.
I mean,
it's got one of the. Well, that's not the laugh, but that's contagious too. We don't want to catch the swine flu or anything. Oh, so I mentioned it.
I'm taking him back.
He's taking him. Okay.
Well, this is his place. This is his home.
Yeah.
All right. What a good news story to start my day. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, Matt's doing a great job.
Really. And what a comfortable guy. Even, some folks come into radio stations that don't know what to do.
Yeah.
He's just so easygoing. about everything. I was so surprised at that. It's just like it's like a no-brainer. This is what I'm supposed to do, and we're good. That's cool.
Yes.
And yesterday morning, you might remember. I think it was here we were talking about. I was hoping that there was going to be a community leader, somebody that just took the bull by the horns and decided to do something. And here we got somebody.
No, just kidding.
Here we got somebody. Yeah. Matt did a great job.
Matt did a great job.
He does a great job at what he's doing. And we do a great job at what we do because it comes easy. It's what we do.
Right.
And he can fly. And he's got a big heart.
I wish I could fly. I thought about that. I was like, I wish I would have gotten my pilot's license.
Yeah, I know, right?
Now, I took 2 trips yesterday to the airport. Filled my little CRV up. And
I'm going to be, there's still a whole room full of stuff.
Well,
I'll be loading up and taking the remaining donations.
I don't even know if you'll be able to. That was my last trip there.
Yeah.
Actually, no, there was even more stuff on top of that. That was when I was getting ready to close it. Somebody pulled in and gave us even more stuff.
Man.
And then he mentioned the Jeepers. Let me go get the Jeepers.
The OBX Jeepers. I think Lori.
She mentioned him. Yeah, but he mentioned him too.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they're
doing a great thing too. They really have been just knocking it.
Hold on here. Did I send you the Jeepers pictures? Yes, I did. Hold on here. I got to go back because there's only 500 things here. I will download what I saw. Now, they were getting ready to load a box truck up. And I'll show you one of the pictures. You will see a whole bunch of dog food in one of these pictures. And that
I was wondering about that. Dog food's kind of heavy when you
dog food, they actually, Matt and his crew took all the dog food over to the Jeepers because they're right there at the airport as well. They have when you first go into the airport, there's a building on the left. They're in that building.
Okay.
It's like a conference room or something. I don't know what it is, but it's got a big table and chairs, which you'll see in a second here. But they took all the dog food, which is this picture, I believe, all the dog food and water that people donated to them because they're going to take trailers and trucks. They have a huge box truck they were getting ready to fill up. They were filling up a trailer at the time. But this is some of the stuff you can see the big table, but they have more dog food.
All that stuff.
Dog food on the left.
Yes. Okay.
And somebody, I don't know where all the green bags came from. Lori might know the answer to this one. But all those green bags and hand sanitizer and it's just
pretty amazing.
And then this was inside the air hangar.
See the airplane, not the Wright brothers silhouette up there, but the plane to the right.
Right. But that right there, you can't even really get the whole gist of it because that building is huge.
Yeah.
You can probably park like 10 airplanes in it. But that was after 400 pounds of stuff was loaded into his buddy, who was the Navy guy from Virginia, who flew down. They hadn't even loaded up Matt's plane yet. And Matt even made the comment that it was maybe a 10th of what they had already had been donated.
Wow.
I mean, it's insane. And people didn't know if you said that. I don't know.
Morning, Bethy. How are you?
Oh, you collected about $4,000 in cash, which reminds me.
Isn't that something?
Hold on.
I'm going to have to make sure he gets that.
I have to go get him.
Yeah. Well, he might be on the air somewhere, but we'll do it. So what happened is, So what happened was somebody came in and I don't think they had the time to stop and buy supplies.
So here's $20.
They just came into the radio station door and handed Courtney money. And she says, hold on to it. We'll make sure we get it to the right person. That person's going to be Matt because it's going to go in his airplane gas tank. So, man. Bethy says she's tired of Florida. Are you ready to come home?
She's sick.
Oh, you're sick.
She's sick. She got sick. She's tired and sick in Florida. She's not tired of Florida. She's sick and tired.
I'm sorry you got sick, Bethy.
I know. The trucks, the computer, the 2 trucks. She got sick. The hurricane. It just
a lot happened. I teach you to go to Florida. I'm just teasing. So, but no, just a special thank you once again. I don't think I can say it enough. Specifically me, Saturday, I was not in a good mindset. because I was watching all of this video come out of Western Carolina, and I was seeing mudslides, cars, whole houses, caskets.
Oh, yeah. It was
go floating by, bridges falling into the water. And I'm just thinking, good grief, what are we going to do? And it wasn't just in one little area. It was a whole part of the state. And it wasn't just North Carolina, part of South Carolina, part of Georgia, Tennessee, and Virginia. They all had a hand in just getting blasted by this hurricane. It was horrible.
I can't download this.
When I heard that Matt was doing this, in fact, the first thing I heard, my son Dylan came in and says, "Hey, my buddy Miles has a friend that's doing this thing. He flies planes and he's going to be flying stuff." And he gave me the information, and I looked it up, and we started talking. And I said, we're gonna push this and make sure everybody knows about this.
Okay, now I'm not sure if his Facebook is private or public or private, and I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see this or not. But this was a video that Matt
all right, we'll see what happens.
His Facebook page yesterday when he landed. So you can go there and click the link. Like I said, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it or not.
We're gonna have to take a break.
That's fine.
Mike's up. Your station for the killer hits 102.5, The Shark with Prince and Little Red Corvette. It is 8:26. Bill and Cindy in the morning. Killer hits all day. Your Shark forecast. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. Got a lot to do today. I'm not going to be able to make it outside very much, unless it's to and from the truck to load up stuff for Operation Airdrop. That's probably what it's going to be.
You realize that I'm probably going to load my vehicle up as well. And yeah. So you're not going to be alone. Partly sunny, breezy today, 75 along the coast, 80 inland. Partly cloudy tonight, down to 64. Then mostly sunny tomorrow, 74 for the coast and 80 inland.
We got 65 in Moyock right now, 64 in Ahoskie, 73 in Nags Head at 102.5 The Shark.
What do you say we do this day in music?
All right. 2017, singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist and record producer Tom Petty. He was found unconscious in the early morning hours at his home. I know. He was not breathing. He was in cardiac arrest and was taken to the UCLA Medical Center in Santa Monica, where he later died officially at 8:40 p.m. Huge loss for music. A huge loss for, well, I mean, goodness gracious, just really. It came out that he had died accidentally from a mixed drug toxicity from opioid sedatives and antidepressants. So even under a doctor's care, this stuff can still be dangerous. 2003, police were called to a suspected burglary at the LA house of Courtney Love's former boyfriend and ex-manager, a guy named Jim Barber. That was in the early morning hours. Courtney was picked up, Courtney Love, in the street outside and detained, with officers noting that her behavior was consistent with somebody being under the influence of something.
Well,
and she went to rehab at that point. She
was the ex of Kurt Cobain of Nirvana that committed suicide and overdosed and all that stuff. 1998, America's singing cowboy Gene Autry died at age 91. Now, during his career, he had scored 25 successful top 10 country hits.
Wow.
In 1994, John Mellencamp announced that it was true that he had suffered a mild heart attack. In 1977, the bodies of Elvis and his mother Gladys were moved from the cemetery where they were buried in Graceland after an unsuccessful attempt was made to snatch Elvis's coffin.
All right. How about music birthdays? Who do we have?
Philip Oakley. He's the singer with Human League. He's 69. Or Oakley, not Oakley.
Okay.
Sting from The Police, 73.
All right.
Mike Rutherford, guitarist from Genesis and Mike and the Mechanics, 74.
Gotcha.
And Bye Miss American Pie, Don McLean is 79.
Wow. All right, that's today in music. Stick around, news and weather together, and more killer hits coming up.
Be right back.
All right, you make sure that Matt gets that money. Pretty cool. Let me catch up on some. Okay. All right. Okay. There's the two links. All right. Very good. And she'll try to play that video again. So, okay. Bethy leaving on the 6th. And what are you going to be doing? Staying in Jacksonville one night, then driving to Myrtle Beach and staying for one night. And then Jason moves into his new place on the 4th. Wow. It's going to be here before you know it. It really is. All right. I'm just checking whenever I get messages like this these days. I got to check them. Okay, very cool. All righty. All right, and what else we got going on? Oh, I know you would be helping, Bethy. I know you would. Yeah, you definitely would. Did you get him the cash?
I gave him the cash.
Okay, cool. All
I
right.
made sure he's going in to talk to Jem on our sister station. And then I told him, when you get done, come back to us, and I will get him into Ray in the jail.
Ray in the jail. Okay. Because you have to have the secret door knock and password.
Yes, and then once you get in there, you have a handshake and all that stuff.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Definitely.
Can I still buy your house? I'd really like to live near.
Well, you live closer than Gary does to Cynthia.
No, you don't live near. Yeah, yes, exactly.
Gary wants to buy your house.
There's a house right next to me for sale for like 1.2 million. It has 5 bedrooms, so all the grandkids
Chump
could come.
Change. write a check, Gary.
All the grandkids could come and live there too, and it's
Yeah, they could hang out with LZ and they have a dog.
Yeah,
kind of cool.
And Moose could come. It's a fenced-in yard, so Moose could come
and have a play date. See, it'd be a perfect world. That would.
Yep.
So that's what you have to do. You have to move everybody from Cleveland to the Outer Banks.
Yes.
So everybody's close to each other.
Right.
That's the answer.
And is your daughter in Toledo? Is that where? I think she can move down. Like I said, there's 5 bedrooms. And I think there's like 2 master suites in that house. It's huge. And then the house on the other side has an Airbnb, and they might possibly,
Okay. Did we get the video to play?
No, I sent the link so they can go on it and look.
I see.
Did anybody click on the link and tell? Can anybody click on the link and tell me if they can watch it? Because I'm not Matt's friend, and I can see it. So that's what I'm thinking.
I think Matt's Facebook page has a follow option too. I noticed that. I think it does.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you say so, I believe you.
It's Matthew Khouri, Kouri.
It's on that link if you click it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And once we get done with this, I'm going to go back and tag Outer Banks Boyle and Outer Banks Aviation.
Very cool. Bethy says, here's the official word, Gary. Stand in line.
Painting, kitchen, ceiling starts Sunday. Oh, did you get the popcorn done? Oh, Bethy watched the video. Okay. Isn't that cool, though, how everybody came together and like did the little production line where they pass.
It's really neat.
I know I've seen people do that when they do the sandbags.
Yeah.
They'll pass the sand, whatever, from one to I think that's so cool. Yeah. It's a little production line.
That's right. Everybody's got a place.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
It makes it cool. Well, yesterday when we were loading up my car, I was staying at the car. You guys were bringing it out, and I'd stack it in there because I knew how to squish it where it needed to go.
Right.
So, my nose itches.
All right. So the donation phase of this is done for a while. Just recapping this on Operation Airdrop.
When it comes to actual items.
When it comes to actual
monetary donations, though, meaning show me the money.
Yep. There's 2 links. Of course, it's the Western North Carolina
CFWNC, which is the
Western
Community Foundation of Western North Carolina, and there's a .org at the end. You mess it up every time. I have to I'm like, all right, it's Community Foundation, so it's CF and then Western North Carolina, WNC.org.
And
OurEpicProject.com. OUR as in hour, as in it's all of ours. Epic, EPIC, and then project, PROJECT.com.
Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I could not have done that for some reason. I don't know how it works out. So let's see. Popcorn ceiling starts Sunday. Did you find somebody to do that? I remember you were looking.
Gary needs to know.
Do you have a clock in the line?
Who changed the time on it for you, Bethy? Oh, Lord have mercy.
That's funny.
When speaking of elections, when does early voting start? Besides, not the mail-in kind, like the voting in person, early voting. because she would know that.
You know, I've got this big question. I don't mean to get political. It's not what I'm trying to do, but this is a valid question. Do you think everybody's going to be able to vote in Western North Carolina?
Oh.
I mean, it's got to be I think it's a question that's on the table. What's going to happen there?
Bethy, Gary had the yellow clock. Oh, I don't know if Bethy probably wasn't. This is when Bethy was working here and she didn't always get to watch us. October 17th is early voting. Okay. Thank you very much, Victoria. No, Gary has an orange, or yellow sun type of thing clock in his laundry room. And his wife wanted him to change the time on it. And he just left it there for 6 months. And of course, the time changed automatically.
Miraculously, it's right now.
Yeah, but coming up in a couple weeks, Gary, you're going to have to change it again. And so that's why he was asking. That's why he was asking. I think that's kind of funny. I probably have that clock somewhere still in my files. The picture that he sent.
The picture of the clock. That's right.
Oh, and Victoria sent a picture of where she is. I don't want to show everybody where you are, but I'll have to show you, Bill.
Okay.
Her picture.
All
she said she had fun at Jolly Roger last night.
Ooh.
She did. She went to music bingo. You got to meet Lori Clark. Actually, I think you've met her before anyway. I think she's been here a couple times when you stopped by.
And Lori's there. Okay. Yeah.
But did you get to meet the gang? The Linda and the Wendy and the Linda and the Foy and the Rena and
the Charlie's Angels, pretty much, yeah. Okay, Bethy's got a educated guess here. Probably have everyone be able to vote by mail if they are even worried about voting.
I have this feeling they're going to be worried about voting. Just because.
I don't know. Well, because that's what you do. It's America.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a presidential election too. Which
right.
Most people, if they're going to vote, are going to vote for a presidential election. That's when they vote. Some people kind of just city council. I know. Just being real.
Kristen, we're right there with you. We're excited too. We're getting more excited.
It's getting closer. It is. It really is.
It will be actually today is the second 1, 2, 3 weeks from today.
Yay!
Whoop, 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 whoop. My nose itches. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yep.
So Victoria got to hang out with everybody. That's so cool. I thought about it. I was like, you know what? I should, but I was too tired. I was too stinking tired. I was like, no, can't do it. But I thought about sneaking up there and doing a little music bingo myself.
To see how you would do?
No, I've done it before.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry. I've played there before when Marco used to do it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I never did. He kept inviting me.
No. Mr. D and I would go up there.
Okay.
Well, we also lived in Kill Devil Hills. We were only not even 5 minutes from Jolly Roger. So we would go there.
That made it easy.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So we'd go up there from 6 to 8. And then, this is when I first started here.
Yeah.
And we'd do music bingo. And I won a couple times, even though I technically shouldn't have, but I did.
Right.
But yeah, I won a couple times, but I didn't take a prize because I work here.
Yeah, that's right.
But I won. And then actually, that's not true. I did take prizes, but I would give them to other people. I'm like, technically I work here. What do you want me to pick? I'm just saying that. Yes, they do have. Yes, that's true. Here's the other thing. If they lost their ID and stuff. That's true. You live right by Jolly Roger. Nice. So you probably go to Jolly Roger quite often. The Jolly Roger restaurant. Sorry. Yippa. We haven't seen Mike or Karen.
Yeah.
Or Linda.
A little light on some folks this week. Maybe it's
or
just one of those weeks.
We haven't seen a bunch of peoples today. We haven't seen Lori's friend Debbie. We haven't seen Diane. There's a lot of people we haven't seen. What in the world was that?
I'm not sure. Matt didn't fly in here, did he?
I don't know. He was
Wrightsville. I didn't hear him go by Wrightsville Avenue here.
No, I didn't either.
Okay, just making sure.
That was like a weird rumble. I wonder if like somebody's outside.
Maybe
bringing a donation.
Well, there's you know what? That's still going to happen. I know.
Gabby's waiting on her delivery truck to get me.
Oh,
finally
okay.
moved her into her Oh, nice. Neat. That's awesome.
Cool.
I'm glad to hear it. All right. And Perrin earlier said that I knew what you meant. Sure. Mm-hmm. Earlier, Perrin, you said, have you talked to Julie? Is she who was that like for somebody else that you were sending that somewhere else and you accidentally sent it here? I don't know who Julie is.
Yeah, we're hearing different stories about people that have family in Western Carolina, different places. Well, they know they're okay, but they're going to run out of food.
They haven't taken a shower in a week.
Yeah,
they have
just
no
kind
running
of
water. They have no electricity.
That
was from Matt. Oh,
sucks.
He didn't know who Julie was either. He said, I said she was asking about because I said
that was from
she asked
Matt.
about Julie. I said she's asking about Julie. Is she okay? And I said, do you know Julie? And he said, I don't know Julie, so I don't know.
Okay.
Tomorrow, come visit me 10 to 2 at Harris Teeter Kitty. That's right.
That's tomorrow.
You guys are doing the shots.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
What kind of shots are these?
Flu shots.
Flu shots.
COVID shots.
As long as you promise not to shoot me.
Julie, okay. He's not here, so I can't ask him. But he didn't know what Julie you were talking about. I guess.
Okay.
And I told him to come back here when he got done with Jem.
What we're going to talk to him about?
Ray
and Jill. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna put him in there.
All right. That'd be cool.
I'm gonna put him in there.
Do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm worried though. Like, well, Mama Rosie goes, well, I probably have so much stuff in my storage unit that I could donate.
Why don't you see if he can? I don't want him to miss the opportunity to talk to Ray and Jill.
He'll be coming to me, I think, but I will go double check though. Actually, in just a couple minutes, we're going to be ending anyway.
Okay.
So,
let's throw the cue out there. Somebody throw me the cue.
She worked at the Boyle Company until she moved.
Okay. He'll know.
Met Victoria last night. Oh, there's Linda.
All right. Hey.
I know you did. She said she had a great time. This is so awesome that we have like this little group.
It's cool.
This little family that we've built.
And we're going to chow down together.
We're gonna
give me some more bacon.
We're gonna break bread.
Gary, pass the bacon.
We're gonna break
bread.
Some
more hot cakes.
That's when he's gonna say, "Go up to the buffet and get it yourself."
William.
William. Going to Virginia this evening. That's right. You told me about.
Oh, cool. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, look.
Well, safe travels to you.
We're gonna give ourselves a cue because we've got we got to move along here and start another part of our day.
Matt,
you guys have a great day. Gina, you too. Gary.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
And we'll talk to you later.